somewhere closer to you. Right, okay. Well, it's, 12th of February today. So we'll carry on with Dad's interview. And last time I think we talked about work, didn't we? I don't know if you remember that. But this time we're going to start off with romance and marriage. So what do you recall about your first date?
My first date?
Yeah, who it was with, where it was.
Oh, you don't mean the first date with Mum then?
Not necessarily.
Well, I don't know about the first date. I know I can remember who my first girlfriend was, back in Cavendish when I was only a teenager.
Okay.
A young lady. Do you want to know her name?
Yeah.
Eva Wheeler.
Eva Wheeler. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you went out for a little while, did you?
Well, she was. I'd only fairly recently moved from Canvey Island up here to Cavendish, and she was a Cavendish girl, and I suppose we met, playing games in the youth club and things, until eventually we kind of went out romantically.
Oh, so you were friends first?
Oh yes.
And where did you go out? Did you go out in Cavendish?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot else to do, really. You used to go to the cinema or go for a walk.
Oh, there used to be a cinema in Cavendish?
Yeah. Pride of place. What is it now? I don't know. I'm amazed you don't know about that. What the building was.
No.
Because they turned it into a little factory. Used to make items of clothing.
No, I don't know about that. No, I've never heard of that before. Being a cinema in Cavendish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was quite a thing because that was the only village around there that actually had that facility. Places like Melford and Clare and places like that didn't have a cinema. But I don't know who had actually provided us with this one. But one of the things always used to tickle me was that they would only show a film if there was more than half a dozen people present.
Right.
If they didn't reach the half a dozen mark, they'd say, "Well, no show tonight."
Oh dear. Yeah, that'd be annoying if there's any like.
And the bus used to draw up that area in front of the George pub. Do you remember that? The George?
Vaguely.
Because next to the George, there was a garage, like garage and petrol station, and the buses used to draw in there. You get in or off if you were going into Sudbury.
Right.
And they would off they'd go and pick you up at some agreed time later.
Okay. So how did you meet Mum?
It was at a disco club in Colchester. And the first one we went to was owned by this kind of young entrepreneur type fella, and he got this set this old dancing set up called the Club de Dance.
Oh yeah. Club de Dance, was it?
The Club de Dance.
Oh, okay.
So we went there as our kind of first choice, but then later on that changed its name to, just trying to think, Andromeda.
Oh.
Yeah, it was called the Andromeda. And we went from the Andromeda, we then went to this place where they had I'm just trying to think of the name. Again, they had a disco there in a cellar.
Oh, really?
And we used to go down there and be bopping away. And it's in that place, the Andromeda, that I met Mum.
Oh, okay.
You know, on the dance floor. And then kind of went out a few times, and that developed into a kind of longer relationship.
I see. And how did you eventually propose?
I think it's one of those things that you almost took it for granted, you know, after you'd been going out together for quite a while, might get mentioned, you know, fairly casually.
Oh.
But I suppose the time then came along where, you know, started talking seriously about, you know, getting married. All our friends seemed to be getting married, having families and buying houses.
Right.
So we thought we'd never go, I reckon.
Oh, so there wasn't a big like romantic proposal or anything like that, was there?
Not that I recall, no.
Oh, okay. Right.
I used to meet up with, after we'd been going out for some time, I used to meet up with her in Burgolt, is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
that's
two
right.
Burgolts, weren't there?
Yeah, there's East Burgolt and West Burgolt.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, we used to go over to one of the Burgolts and you know, carry on our dancing. Mainly was the main occupation.
I see. And how long were you going out before you got married? A couple of years?
No, when did we get married? In 72, did that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Well, we had our wedding anniversary just recently, didn't we?
Yes, you did. Yeah, your 50th, yeah. Yeah, we all went out.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to work back on how long before that was it that I met Mum. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, whether I met Mum while we were still, you know, going down the Andromeda. Oh no, we went to a different club. This one that was in a cellar. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. The Bistro or something like that it was.
Or a club?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so we really went on from there, but I don't remember any kind of big get down on your knee thing and will you be mine.
Oh, I see.
I don't remember that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably remember that if it happened. Yeah. And see, you got married in Cavendish, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got married in Cavendish. We got several photographs, haven't we, around somewhere?
Yeah, lots of photographs and a video as well.
Coming out of the church on the green. Driving off in our Rolls Royce.
Was that a Rolls Royce?
That red one.
Yeah, I remember seeing it in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's your best man?
Probably Sauce, I would think.
Okay.
Remember anyone named Sauce?
I do, vaguely.
I've been best man at his wedding.
Ah.
And then so I took over and did his wedding. I was best man at his wedding.
Oh, okay.
But I was just trying to think of yes, because at some stage Mum and I kind of broke up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I started going out with other girls.
Oh.
Well, one of them was a follow-on from that Eva Wheeler, and her name was Carol Golding.
Oh, okay.
Now, she was really nice, Carol Golding was. Broke my heart when she called it off.
Oh dear. Yeah.
But it must have been after that. I can't remember anyone after Carol Golding, probably other than your mum.
Right, I see. So you picked up where you left off?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was another girl named Vera Wellman. I didn't, I wasn't shy as I was picking up the girls, you can say. And I had a number of kind of girlfriends. Probably at the same time I was seeing your mum. Yeah.
Right, yeah, I see. Just kept them on the back burner, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vera Wellman.
Yeah, and where did you go on honeymoon?
Benidorm.
Oh, right. Oh, yes. Yes, you did. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we went to Benidorm for our honeymoon.
Mm.
Stayed at the Grand Hotel in Frinton. And then we went off to Benidorm, went off on a coach. It was a coach to where we picked up the transport to take us to Benidorm. I don't know if they're a coach or a taxi or what.
You say Frinton?
Frinton on Sea, it's next to, between Walton and Clacton.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. So you went down to Frinton, and you got you went to Benidorm from there?
No, we went to Frinton, and I think we had our kind of reception at Frinton.
Oh.
But we didn't stay in Frinton very long. I think we only stayed overnight, and I think it was the following day we went off to Benidorm.
Right. Right, I see. Okay. And how long were you there for in Benidorm?
Didn't have particularly long holidays in those days. It must have been at least a week. But I couldn't remember that exactly.
Right. Yeah, very nice. So I don't suppose you got abroad every year back then, did you?
No.
No, not like people do these days.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yes, I went Benidorm. That was quite nice.
Yeah, I can imagine. And then, where did you live after you got married? Were you in Levenheath at that point?
Yeah, because I'd left home and was staying with different friends, renting a house or something between us in Sudbury.
Right. And then you bought the land in Levenheath, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember we talked about this previously.
Yeah, I bought that piece of ground there.
Yeah.
Purely out of luck, really. And I stumbled across it.
Yeah. And then I think the Pippins was finished in like 1972 or something.
Yeah, probably would have been when we got married.
Right. Yeah.
Although that wasn't, the Pippins wasn't the first house we bought down there, down Honey Lane.
No. Because you lived in the Maltings first, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Went in Maltings, then went to, had the Pippins built. And we went down, had the Pippins built. Moved over from the Maltings to the Pippins.
That's right.
And that was been really our home up until we came here, I think.
Yeah, for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all me and Sam knew, apart from the other place down in Eastbourne. And so then starting a family, I was born in 1974. Let's see.
And Sam was born in 76, that year, did he?
75.
Oh, 75.
Yeah, it's only 14 months different.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And did you have any ideas about the size of the family you wanted?
I don't recall.
No.
I don't recall that being an issue at all.
Right. Yeah, but as you say, it's the thing to do, isn't it? You get married, buy a house, start a family.
Well, and I've seen friends of mine were getting buying their own houses and things, and I say we've been renting properties up until then.
Yeah.
And that's when I thought, well, perhaps we ought to do the same.
Right.
And I'll probably mention to you, I was down in Neyland, where there was a new housing estate being built, and I went down there to have a look around, really see what's what. And it's really, when I was driving back from Neyland back to Sudbury, I suppose, it was then that I stumbled across this piece of ground.
Right.
I was driving along, and as I drove along past the front of Honey Lane, I looked down there to my right, and I thought, oh, what's that? It looked like an old shed or an old building, and I thought, well, I'll go down and have a look at that. So just drove down the couple of 100 yards in Honey Lane, and there was an elderly lady who was doing something in the garage there and fiddling about. And I said, oh, excuse me, I said, do you know this piece of ground is? I said, because I'm looking for buy a piece of ground to have a house built. Yes, she said, it's mine.
Oh,
I said, and what's the situation? Oh, she said, it's on the market. So I bopped straight off and saw her solicitor in Sudbury, and he kind of fixed it all up.
Excellent.
So we moved in there, had the pippins built. While the pippins were being built, we were living in the first house.
Yeah, the Maltings.
It wasn't called the Maltings then, I don't think.
DJ, wasn't it?
DJ.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because DJ originally, well, very original reason for calling it DJ was that I was going out with a girl who I'd met in Birmingham.
Oh.
And her name was June, so that was Doug and June.
Oh, I see. DJ.
DJ.
Right.
And then when Mum came along, Jay, so it was DJ.
Oh, okay.
I could change the name, but how to change the sign.
Oh, I like that. And what were we'll move on to like leisure and travel, and what were the most memorable vacations or trips that you can recall?
Well, again, before I was married, I was kind of knocking around with a few mates. We decided to take our cars down to southern Spain.
Oh.
And there was Lloret de Mar. Again, this was a kind of big club. Lots of dancing and action there.
Oh, I see.
So we were living in pitched tents, and we were living in tents, but going into this club and that, for our entertainment.
Okay.
So that was my memories of what was going on around about that time. It was a matter of getting married, getting the house built, sorting out some holidays, etc.
Yeah, okay. And what about family holidays? We used to go down to the south of France, or we used to go to Clipsby quite a bit, didn't we?
Yeah, we used to go to Clipsby and take the caravan. We bought a caravan. I haven't mentioned that, haven't I? Unless we've mentioned it before.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I bought a caravan and we drove up to Clipsby and put it all up. I had some great times in Clipsby.
Yeah.
Because that was unusual for a kind of a camping site. And they had loads of facilities.
Yeah, that's right.
Had a swimming pool, tennis court, a club,
Yeah.
where you could have dancing out in the evening.
Yeah, and bingo. Yeah. Lots of stuff for the kids.
Yeah, so we had some good time there.
Yeah.
Now there was one time and one of the boys went from the boys' high school to Clipsby, and we met up with David somebody.
David and Dory. Dory and David.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and their son Tarquin.
that's right.
Yeah. Tarquin and Amber and Aaron.
Yeah, so we had a couple of holidays with them. Are you thinking about before then?
Well, no, it's just like the most memorable holidays, really.
Well, I think a lot of them are memorable ones after we'd gone down to Spain there too. Because later we went down to Spain again in our cars.
Right, oh, okay.
Because I had an old Volkswagen. It does get a bit confusing, slotting these into the right time place.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, so after the family were, starting to grow up, we must have been around about at that time that I'd been working at CAV and had this opportunity to go off to Korea.
Yes.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Your fish and chips have arrived downstairs.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Right, we'll call it a day then here.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.